What's going on, shipmates? We are back here in Echo. Another week, another update, a new MR unit to check out, and we have a new, well, not a new, but a rerun of a UR Elamano that we'll check out as well. So, another week, like I said, another update. We're here, we're ready to get into it. Pretty much basics video for this video. I'm going to go over the mini events. There's a little bit of patrol update. I'll go over that as well. Then we'll jump straight into the story, and then we'll review the new, or not, I'm sorry, not the new, the rerun of the UR White Peacock, and then we'll go into MR Shu, who is our newest MR unit. So pretty simple basics. Other than that, let's get into it. So first and foremost, we have the sign-in reward. So you do get MR Shu and her weapon Rift Breaker for free. Kind of like the same thing we had with MR Katana when she was debuted. Same thing, 7 days, you sign in, second day and fourth day. Decent rewards here. That's a total of 1,000 more fights, so not too bad. Some free summons, but not banner summons, but the Neolith, the weapons, and the Gashbron tickets. So, but still, anything is free, so it does give you a chance to kind of try her out as well. Even though you might want to chase her, you can try her out, put her on the team. She is an MR unit, so she's going to be a little bit more just in basic attributes and stats. She's going to be higher than most of your other ones. So treasure star is going to be this week's glory star progress. You can see there 20 of the treasure summons, and for the other one, a rerun of the witches summoning batter. So 20 free summons when you hit that progress point as well. Other than that, that's going to be pretty much it. I will say though, side note, they are kind of updating things here and there, just as far as like kind of quick claims, like trying to make your kind of day-to-day or your check-ins or your daily routines a little bit easier and smoother. So just kind of a heads up on that. I've been noticing that as well. So we're here at patrols. I wanted to go over this briefly. Pneumonia corrosion. This is new, I'm guessing. This is my first time seeing it. So essentially, it's kind of like a little mini boss event. You kind of go in to do some damage, get rewards on where you did, or kind of stuff like that. As you can see here, they're decent rewards. I mean, you're getting SSRs, selector, which isn't bad. It kind of helps you it actually does help you increase MR's power. If you've gotten any of them, there is a part of that where you do need some SSRs to level them up to level up the MR in general. So I kind of missed. I did it once and tried it out. Decent, nothing bad. It was quick, so just wanted to mention that next time it comes through, because it's pretty much gonna be done by the time you guys see this video. I'll kind of go a little bit more in depth into it. Next and foremost, Euphoria City is back. I'm gonna go ahead and claim these now. So like I said, definitely this is a new patrol that they've been doing. It's here for till the 31st, end of the month. The shop is the biggest thing I like to harp on for this. This is a great shop. You have a UR case selection, SSR case selection, UR Elamano. Like you can just see here basics, like lots of chances and availability to really level up your account in general. If you're missing somebody link wise, you want somebody specific on your team, maybe you don't want to, not saving up enough for the MR, so you want to kind of bulk up on the URs. They're here. The SSRs, if you're missing anything to complete the links there, I mean, this is a pretty much almost all SSRs. I mean, you got some limited SSRs. Madrid is in there. Who else is one? New Lilith. I mean, you got some decent, good SSRs that you don't really get the chance to do hit and rerun banners, stuff like that. So definitely take part. And one thing they did do, as you can see here to the right, they put an auto battle into it, which is fantastic. So pretty much what it lets you do, auto battle. You don't have to touch anything. Let it do its thing, and it'll just run through the stages and the floors for you. Now, as you can see, there's a cap to it. I believe it was only one whole, there's 5 floors, and I think it only did like 3 or 4 floors for me before I actually was able to, until it stopped me. As you can see, 10. So I'm on the last floor, the 5th floor, the last 10 battles for that. So I would have to do them manually from here on out. But a side note as well is that, as you can see here, we do have a couple more days until the 2nd tower activates. So as you can see here, the 21st of January, the 2nd one, and if you're able to clear it and get through to the 3rd one, the hall tower will unlock on the 24th. So just a quick little side talk, kind of update for it, just so you guys can know. I know I've been over it before, kind of what to do and what it's like, but that was just quick little updates on that. Next, we're going straight into the story banners. So, or I'm sorry, the story events. But essentially, this one's over. You got 2 days, or if there's anything left that you want to get, like in the store, something you missed out on, the summons, if you haven't gotten them yet, you know, get them now before it closes. Escort banner. This is MR Shu's story event little banner. So about this one, cookie cutter event. It's the same. They haven't really changed the way they do these new units and the stories for them. It's I mean, obviously the story itself, when you go in here and do the story event, is different because it's featuring the newest unit. But as far as like what's inside of it, it's the same. I mean, you have your shop here. I haven't claimed the 5 yet. You have, oh, back up. You have the achievements, the dailies here. Going on to that. And of course, you still have the boss is the same. If you do get the unit, which I got the free one from the login, so you're able to get those rewards there. And then that's it. From time to time, a couple times they have tried to do like mini games and little stuff inside of it just to throw there, just kind of change it up a little bit. But for the most part, this is pretty much what you're expecting every time there's a new unit. I mean, the story's cool. I mean, you have 3 chapters. I mean, essentially you're getting 1,500 free more fight every time you complete all of them. They're pretty easy. And if you are into the story and really learning about the lore and the stuff of Echo and everything, the 5 factions, where they come from, who they are, what kind of departments they lead, stuff like that, then yes, then this is definitely like something you can get into. But other than that, that's basically all it is. So I finished the 1st chapter here. 2nd chapter comes out tomorrow, and then 2 days from then, Thursday, the 3rd and final chapter will unlock. So super easy, super simple, to the point. Now let's go over, before we check her out, there is a new treasure hunt banner. If you are this far and have unlocked the treasure hunt, this usually just 3, but they have added a 4th one. So actually, I believe it's Fairy Kingdom is the 4th one. It might have flipped on me a little bit, but Fantasy Ball is usually the featured event and or banner for the treasures, and it was usually only these 3 here: Horizon, Twilight, and Treasure Route. But now they've added Fairy Kingdom, so I'm not too sure. It doesn't have a time, as you can see, like a time limit. It just got added all of a sudden. So we have currently 5. If you're here at this point in the game where you have unlocked it, check it out, take advantage of it. Obviously you get 3, you get a free summon for it as well, so you actually get 4 free summons for the treasure banner here. So just something to check out. Anyway, we're going into it. You are White Peacock. Let's check the bird out, see what it is. Obviously the attributes, they're all kind of the same for all UR rarity levels. So that's what they're. Let's check out what their skills do. All right, so spreads its wing, flies to battle. 3 actions taken by all units, or after 3 actions, okay, including limit break skill. Okay, that's good to know. Deals damage equal to 190% of Elemental's attack to all enemies, so a decent amount of AoE damage. Grants sacred wings to 1 ally with the highest attack for 3 rounds. So what is sacred wings? It ignores enemy dodge and conceal. Interesting. Each time an ally acts, Deals damage equal to 160% attack to 3 random enemies and gains 1 stack of Devotee Fervor. Triggers up to 3 times, and what is that Devotee? Grants 5% crit and crit damage. At 4 stacks, consumes all stacks to deal damage equal to 20% HP to front row enemies. Max 300% of attack. Also restores 20% HP and shield. Max of 400% of average attack, and self removes 3 buffs. Okay, not too bad. Definitely a well-rounded Elemano. I do like the three debuffs, because pretty much at this point in the game, every single unit has some kind of buff / debuff. So they're either giving it to you, giving it to themselves, stuff like that. You know, give themselves a debuff, ally a buff at the same time. There's a lot of that going on now. So just in general, of being able to remove 3 debuffs is a lot. That's pretty good. There's maybe 1 or 2 cases off the top of my head I can think of that removes all debuffs. Very, very few. As most of the time it's 1 or 2, not 3. So this is actually pretty decent. So if you do run into that situation of where you're going through content or in PvP or stuff like that, or even in the boss mode for the story events, and your team's getting taken out quick and you're just noticing that there's just so many debuffs or like restrictions on your team, this might be a good Elemano to put onto your Elemano team, because you can have up to 4 to kind of help with that. The shield is nice. HP, of course, is always good. Extra health. You want to last as long as you can in a battle. So not bad. I would probably give it a good, it's an 8. A solid 8 out of 10 rating. Definitely, if you don't have any URs, obviously try to get one. But this is definitely a one Elemano that not only is a supporting with all the buffs or the debuffs and the HP and the shield, but also does damage. So it's a little bit of both. 2 in 1 is not bad. Definitely, if you have the chance, if you don't have a good UR, one of the better ones that are like pure DPS damage based. But this one definitely would put maybe 3rd or 4th slot, just because you're going to be at that time in the battle, you'll probably have about 3 or 4 debuffs on you, and be taking some few hits. So that secondary part of the skills will actually be really good to step into your team at that point. So, all right, now for the bread and butter main course meal, here we go. We are going to review MR Shu. So also in the banners, MR Nana is back, as well as MR Masa is still here for a couple more days. Nana here for 5 more days, and then MR Shu is here for 12 days. So it looks like, I know I mentioned in a video before that it looked like that the Echo was having a different reset time of the week, but it looks like it reverted back to Sunday, because this Sunday is when Shu came out. So it looks like they're starting to even back out. So we'll double check on that as it goes forward. But other than that, here we go. MR Shu, she is Eastrise. Side note, we are getting a lot of Eastrise in this 2nd year anniversary go around. The 1st year anniversary, we got a lot of Bifrost Empire faction units, and I think the whole year there was maybe 3-4 Eastrise units. So I'm starting to see they're starting to kind of balance it out a little bit, maybe obviously bringing in some more, because this is our 5th MR unit, 3rd Eastrise unit already. So just a little side note. Anyway, support and shield break. So attributes are there. I will say this unit is but it's, if you really want this unit to work well, she gets better the more dupes and star breakthroughs you do for her. So I'll explain kind of towards the end, but here we'll just start with what the skills actually do. So first skill, very simple, 88% attack to all front row enemies, the 3 front, earth physical damage. Also, side note, this is the first earth unit, MR unit, that we've had being featured. So what does the earth element do? When an ally Earth receives 5 attacks, grants all allies a shield equal to 10% of their max HP, and applies protection to 3 random allies for 3 rounds. This can trigger most once per battle. Guardian, which is one of the effects, increases defense by 20% when attacked, gains a shield equal to 10% max HP. So, obviously it looks like the Earth elements are definitely more of the supporting / protecting, a little bit of tanky. I mean you got shield in there, so obviously it's going to be there to protect. So yeah, definitely Earth elements on the platform of supporting, not necessarily attacking. So once again, that's kind of involves her whole skill base. So let's keep going. So let's see. Second skill, dealing Earth physical damage, 202% attack to front row enemies. Same thing as this first skill, kind of just doing more damage. Her ultimate here, she raises her sword, deal Earth physical damage equal to 303% attack to front row enemies, the 3 in the front, and gains righteousness for 2 rounds. What is righteousness? After taking 2 attacks, self and allies in the same column. So column is like right behind her or in front of her, depending on where you put her in your team. Recovering 15% max HP. Capture 300% attack, triggering once per round. So once again, very simple. It's an attack, 303% of attack damage being done with 1 buff, righteousness being applied. And then last, her passive. Let's take a look at this. Start a battle, grants shared fate of herself or to herself and allies in the same column for 1 round. On Shu's first active attack, she gains 50 pneumonia. What is shared fate? Reduces the defense of front row enemies by 10% for 1 round, stacking up to 2 times. So, not like I said. When you first read it, all her skills kind of together, it's like, okay, all she's really doing is increasing damage. The more level up her skills are, or the attacks, and then her passive is just kind of real basic, right? But the key, let's see if I can find it. The real key to this unit is start breaking through her. So as you can see here, obviously this is at max 7 stars, but you can see here 521% attack to front row enemies, righteousness for 2 turns. Also grants valiant spirit, the same column for 2 rounds. And then righteousness goes up to, after taking 2 attacks, recovers 25% max HP. Valiant spirit is when attacking, absorbs shields equal to 20% of front row enemies max HP, capped at 400% of average attack. And then allies affected by unity also receive shield. If under the effect of onslaught, the shield absorbed is increased by 50%. So I believe her secondary skill here, where is it? Or is it her first one? That gives all of the, right here. So this is her passive, which is at 3 stars, which is 3 times. So I see unity here deals extra damage equal to 157% attack to front row enemies, the 3 in the front. Once again, triggers once per round, not once per battle, but per round. And then onslaught increases damage reduction by 20% when actively attacked, increasing damage reduction by 10% for 2 rounds, stacking up to 3 times, total of 30%, with the initial damage reduction increase, total of 50%. So this unit, like I said, the more you start breakthrough her, the better her skills get, the more buffs, healing, a little bit of shield she gives out. So that's where it comes in. The shield break part, that's her support side. The shield break part is that when you do level her up to those star breakthrough levels, she absorbs some of the shield of the enemies and puts it onto your allies. So that's pretty much it for this unit. Like I said, at first she looks really simple, but as you start break through her and get to the higher levels of her skills, that's where she becomes really the main support and shield break. Those are her links: Katana, Ahun, Lorraine, Elixia, and Kira. So For this unit, definitely you want to do HP increasing and attack. Those are going to be the main ones. Armor and resistance, of course, are always kind of the same, but since she's more of a support unit, and most of her healing and shielding effects is based off how high the attack is. So the higher attack, the more shield and healing, she can give out. So those would be the two that I would focus on first, and then getting the rest of the links. So that's about it, shipmates. We're gonna do a little bit of summoning. I'm just gonna come in here real quick, buy these free. Let's see what we get. Like I said, I already have her once, so and I completely, side note, went in on summoning for MR Katana. Oh wow, it just reset. Oh wow. It got set. Oh wow. 3 SSRs? Wow, that's a first for me. I've gotten 2. Oh, what? No, not now. Wow, that was insane. All right, so that's about it, shipmates. Like I said, I spent up most of my account stuff for MR Katana, and I don't really have too much left over. So I'm gonna add this unit to my team just because I have an Eastrise team, so she's gonna help out definitely. I don't want to spend too much though. I don't want to go below 20,000 morphite just in case we get another MR, or until we get an MR Eastrise DPS unit, because Katana was tanky. She's a support, so we're still waiting on that DPS one. So all right, that's about it. Wrapping it up. Don't want to keep this video too long. If I do break her and get a little bit more leveled up and skilled through, I'll show you guys in a later video. But other than that, thanks for watching. Comment any questions, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then I also want to do a quick little thank you to everybody who has followed me. I'm at 106 followers now, so long way from 0 for me personally. Like I said, I do this kind of on the side, kind of part-time, so I really do appreciate all you guys following, with the likes, the subscribing, everything. So keep it up. I'm gonna keep putting these videos out. I'm still working on some other ones, so you guys will see hopefully a bit more from me this week. But other than that, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Fair winds and following seas, shipmates.